Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the channel. I'm Twisted Games, and today we had a Pokemon Presents. Usually, I don't cover this type of stuff, but I figured this time why not? As you guys see, we're going to talk about Pokemon Champions. And you guys want to know why I'm talking about Pokemon Champion? Because on my channel, which you guys should subscribe and give the video a like, um, I do draft league stuff, do draft league content and stuff like that. So this is actually kind of like one of those things where I actually was like actually looking out leaks and stuff like that. Like this thing was projected, quote, I'm put quote in quotation marks, projected to come out maybe in the Teal Mask DLC where Ogre Ponds and all those mons came out of. That this was kind of like be integrated and released in this time period. Of course, never did. And first of all, what is Pokemon Champions? And let's scroll down and see what is the description. And there's a trailer on the Pokemon YouTube channel. I'd rather not do that because there is probably copyrighted music in there, and I don't want to be copyrighted. You know, stuff like that. But Pokemon Champions, what is this? So it says, get ready to experience everything love about Pokemon battles all in one place. In Pokemon Champions, this new battle-focused game will feature familiar mechanics such as Pokemon types, abilities, and moves, creating an environment conducted to rich and varied strategies for new and experienced trainers alike. It's not just familiar mechanics, you'll be able to bring in classic Pokemon for Pokemon Home too. Look forward to cross-platform battles alongside your favorite Pokemon on Nintendo Switch and mobile, with a variety of different modes available for your desired experience. Now, they said in the trailer that it is in development, so they did not give a concrete release. I am assuming it's probably coming out sometime next year, like mid to late next year, or whenever Gen 10 comes out. It's one of those two things. So why is this very important? Because you look at the trailer, you have like a Mega Charizard X versus a terrestrialized Dondozo, and they're fighting each other in a VGC style battle. So when it says different modes, on the trailer, I do project a VGC for everyone who loves VGC stuff and singles competitor, which I myself like singles more than VGC. I dabbled in VGC in Gen 8, that type of stuff, and I had done a little bit of VGC in the last couple months, but all this is really just off screen and stuff like that. Zero's Girls channel, there's a screenshot. It says on the phone and Switch. Like I said, this is double. So you see, you have the Aegislash and he's doing the Samurai, Charizard, and you see Terrestrialize, Mega involved, not Terrestrialize, but Dondozo does Terrestrialize. And like I said, there's no concrete release or anything else like that, and there's a trailer on their website or on their YouTube channel. Honestly, this is a big momentous step. Because you guys don't know how certain things work. People, if they want to do this type of stuff, they can go to Showdown, which is like this type of website. It basically you battle through like different tiers as projected by Smogon, which is the leading competitor in terms of singles battles and stuff like that. And certain mods you can use in certain areas. Like for instance, if I try making like a ZU mod, I can't use Great Tusk. It's banned from using that tier. Like, oh yeah, it's basically from anything down. Like I cannot use Miraidon, Koraidon, and stuff like that. Certain mods are banned from certain tiers. Or if you're like in ZU, if there are mods using ZU tier, they can go OU, PU, NU. No, there's different tiers that basically state which mod is good, which mod is bad, which mod is used more, which mods are not used more. You know, that's basically what. And one thing you can do is just put any moves you want in it. You put your IVs, EVs. You pick whatever like ability you want them, and then the items, you can put any type of item you want, you can, that is accessible within the game. And yeah, this is just one thing. And people want to know why this is the case in terms of this game, of this Pokemon Champions. Basically, instead of doing it over the internet onto like that showdown site, it's gonna be on the Pokemon server. So instead of getting the Scarlet and Violet and like doing your competitive battles on there, you can do competitive battle in this Pokemon Champions. Now, I expect Pokemon Champions to be a free game when you download it. And then at the same time, I expect some type of subscription fee along with this. Maybe like somewhere between $10 and $12 a month. Because if it's for free, like why would Pokemon, Gamefreak, or Nintendo really make this type of thing? They got to demonetize it somehow, which is unfortunate, but it has to be monetized somehow. And people are gonna be like, why we are gonna monetize it? Main point, like I said, Showdown, you pick any mod, right? You go down. Even if you haven't unlocked them, you can click any mod you want. Put any moves that it learns through, level up moveset, TMs, TRs, breeding, and you customize your stats however you want them to, right? That's why Showdown in particular is like a very good thing, like competitive battling you can do that isn't like Draft League on Showdown or on your Nintendo Switch via the Scarlet Violet service, because singles competitive, if you use the in-game timer, it's like 20 total minutes, which is garbage, and you have to make a room in particular to make it as long as you want to. Pokemon Champions, the key point is Pokemon Champions is this Pokemon Home, and they showed it in the trailer how basically go from other generation games into the Pokemon Home server and into this game. And people want to know why Pokemon Home, what is Pokemon Home, or why is it very important? Pokemon Home is basically a database Pokemon system that each mod that you caught, you put it in there and you just basically transfer over to new generation to new generation to new generation. You basically keep them in there. Basically, whenever next gen, you can use them and whatever case it be. No problem with Pokemon Home. That is different from the previous version, which is Pokemon Bank, because it costs more and stuff like that, and do less in general on Pokemon Home than was in Pokemon Bank. The reason why I believe they're going to do a subscription based thing for this product is that they specifically said you need to have the Pokemon that you caught into your Pokemon Home into Pokemon Champions. So let's say if you don't have Roaring Moon, you can't use your Roaring Moon in Pokemon Champions. You just can't use it. But if you caught like a Godango, you can put Godango in your Pokemon Home and you can use Godango. Palafin, same thing. The main reason why Pokemon Home and Pokemon Bank, because Pokemon Bank was a previous version, a couple of things kind of I think irks me with using Pokemon Home, not on personal level. And I think that's why it's going to subscription based area is because if you're like a new person getting into the series here in Pokemon Home, first of all, if you want to get the mods from the old generation, you can't get them and put them in Pokemon Home right now, because Pokemon Bank, if you guys don't know, is defunct for Pokemon Home. I'm pretty sure Pokemon Bank has been defunct since like 2020, 2019 or 2021, somewhere in that range. That's why if you want to play any generation from 1 through 7 to transfer over. If you weren't able to transfer over back then, before it shut down, you can't transfer them right now to Pokemon Home. So that's one thing that's kind of wrong in this scenario. For those people who weren't able to access the games from the beginning, and now you're limited down to 2 generation of mons, which creates an unequal playing field. Now, second scenario, which actually fits me more than the second one, the first one, is that as a kid, because I am older than Pokemon itself. Yes, I'm like 5 years older. They're like 27th anniversary. I'm 5 years older. Me as a kid, right? I was kind of never in a scenario where I wanted to collect all the mons in the deck, because some mons are more impossible than others. You need to have both copies, or you need friends who play this game. I didn't have friends to play this game, so that was out of the way. And owning one side or the other, like Ruby and Sapphire, Gold and Silver, kind of really tough to get all the decks. I did have a link cable, but it's kind of hard because you have to get certain mods, you have to trade. And then, of course, when I fell off of Pokemon 3rd generation, so I never really played the 4th, I never really played the 5th, I never really played the 6th, I never really played the 7th gens, right? If you did not really play those generations, and you didn't know about Pokemon Bank, because I didn't even know what the hell Pokemon Bank was until like they were shutting it down for Pokemon Home. You're also kind of screwed on that point. If you didn't get all the Mons decks, Eevee Ivy train. So maybe the Eevee the Ivy thing will be fixed in Pokemon Champions. You can customize your Eevees and Ivies however you want. I think the free version though, you get your Mons for Pokemon Home. Wherever you have it, wherever it's set in Pokemon Home, like stats wise and moves wise, that's it. That's it. They're cleaning away. They're gonna clean your fingers. You're like, okay, that's all you get. I think with the subscription service, what's gonna happen is, you're allowed to pick any mon you want. You can customize your EVs, IVs, put any items you want, and stuff like that. Which, like I said, I think it'd be $10, $12. But again, this is a new development that a lot of people don't know about, and quite frankly, it's in development. Not a lot of information. This is like a thing where they lack information. Like, it's cool that you showed this. Way too early to show this, by the way. Way too early to show this. If there's nothing really concrete other than the simple thing, you probably shouldn't have showed it. Especially when the release for this is more than a year away. If anything, this should have been shown at least next year's Pokemon Presents. It gives us a time date of like next year, because let's face it, Nintendo, Pokemon, they're not going to release any information about this until next year. Just like Legends ZA was. They didn't release any information until they said in the game last year, and they didn't release any information until this year. Especially now with ZA coming out late 2025. I assume November timeframe. I assume ZA is going to come out both Switch and Switch 2, and it's going to come out the same day as Switch 2. That's my opinion. And things like that. Maybe I'll talk about Legends ZA in a different video if you guys like this. But yeah, while this is a good step, because I think breeding in Pokemon is so time consuming, because you can't get your right IVs, you can't get your right EVs by breeding. It's almost it's not nearly impossible, but it's frustrating, it's time consuming, stuff like that. So this streamlines a lot of it, and I think for a casual player, they can get into this. I just think that we need more information before we can honestly get a positive or negative. Not enough information. And see here, this is the top, and this is the bottom. That's it. And we have this little text right here. So I just think we need more information from Gamefreak. We need more information from Pokemon Company. We need more information, Yeah, I truly believe it will be subscription based, and it'll be by $10 to $12, and there will be a free section. It'll be the same thing in Pokemon Home. There's a free in Pokemon Home, and there's a paid subscription for Pokemon Home as well. So the game be download for free, or you can pay $10 a month. Like I said, it's a good step in the good direction. I don't know about the right direction. But yeah, it's not near or there. I don't know what else they can really do until next year, until at least more information about it, because that's when it happens. This is gonna be released for new information next year. But that will conclude today's video. Hope you guys did enjoy it, and hopefully I see you guys in the next one. Peace.